All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 17. Cable Cars Senku.
How?
Just
blow my mind. Please blow my mind this episode. I'm so ready.
If you had been working on it for like a long time already, I could kind of get it. If you didn't spend a bunch of time having Gen be your personal fax machine, I could get it. But I don't get it. How do you do that? Those are big ass friggin' mountains.
This is where we will actually see Senku pull something that we're just gonna be like, oh my god, of course. Or it's gonna be like, that is some 5,000 IQ level, just incredible nonsense here. Or you know what? He like is absolutely blatantly lying to them, and he's like, ah, you thought I could just do cable cars? And then he reveals what the actual thing is, and you're like, oh, wait. Oh my god. Yeah, actually, right, okay, cool.
No, we're actually just building a sled for one of the motorcycles. All our strong people are gonna get onto the other one.
It's gonna be just pulleys.
We're gonna use the spare wheels.
That's all.
No, and then we just need to get the one motorcycle to the other side. And then what we do is we use the motorcycle to lash it to the sled.
What is this lash thing that you're going to be?
Well, if they're making cable cars, then they can at least get the rope for the lines.
No. The reason why cable cars work is it's not having constant friction going over, something that's gonna be.
Well, okay, good point. But then you use the motorcycle that you've just pulled up to then drive down the other side to tow the other one up. Which then
this is why we don't write science manga specifically. But I am very excited to have Stanley in the air and being terrifying again.
Yep.
+1 to us if there's another person being the pilot ferrying one by one parachute people over.
Yeah.
Maybe like once they find where they are.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Stanley with elevation equals bad time for everybody else. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Sickening yet beautiful. Yep, okay. Gotta get some people with vertigo here.
What?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. That's rope.
Right. Yeah. Right. With her super eyes?
Yeah, we don't have time. Oh, that's cute. So where did the cable come from?
Yeah.
Did they just make it before this? Okay, all right.
Okay.
But the bikes are not making that. Yeah, wait, exactly. That's not the issue. Also, what is it attached to? No. Punk. Send him over.
Yeah. Just tie him up.
Right. Yeah. You're forgetting the agency of the person, too. Oh, elegant, yes.
I mean, Kohaku's already over there.
Get our crafters across first. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, there's never any issue.
Yeah. Oh shit. No!
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit! That was a clutch move, Kohaku.
やべえ今この瞬間こっちサイドにバトれるやつが一人もいねえ
そう今なら氷河がノーリスクで裏切れる
Long live the king.
Yeah.
I mean, that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
よい子ちゃん氷河なんだ私氷河好き
Guys.
そうかんずボコボコの仲良しじゃなくても仲良しチームな仲間だ
石化の始まりを目の前にして科学王国は俺たちは今はもう一つのチームだ大自然のバリアが本当に広がってれば
So, they brought the bikes over the cable?
Yeah, I feel like that was a much more important thing to focus on how it works rather than will Hyoga betray us.
Yeah. 160 kilograms?
Because wasn't the whole reason...
I guess 160 kilograms is not...
I mean, they mentioned that it wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, but if they take off the car part and they just have that be part of it, I guess they could do it.
Cool.
Yeah, very obvious trail. Yep. Oh, they go around to the other side
Oh,
with the
shit.
plane.
Yeah.
And they'll, yeah.
Okay, I like it.
こっから東のブラジルにあるとこ
Yeah. Yeah, it's closer to the northeast coast there.
Mm-hmm.
Go into it, Senku. Yep. 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 Uh-huh. I'm so glad the bugs are the first things mentioned. Rubber boots, baby.
All right.
No, that's literally. I'm so glad it was the bugs that are the thing that. Oh, sloths.
Hey.
これも食べれるんだよ
No.
パラミツの仲間で
Oh, wait, that's super
Okay.
edible.
世界で最も
Yeah.
大きなフルーツとして知られております
Oh my gosh.
お見事です
Nice.
ゲン様
Oh no.
And we're eating snake
All right.
tonight. Let's
Yep.
go. Have you ever eaten snake?
I don't think I have.
I've eaten rattlesnake. It's not bad.
ここアマゾンで今最強の生き物は何だと思う
The
Disease.
well, no, the tigers. There's shoot, jaguars.
このアマゾンの王地球最強の生物は
Oh,
軍隊槍だ
oh no,
見たことある
oh no,
Oh shit.
oh no.
Oh.
Right, right. Yeah, gotcha.
ハブ酒みてえなもんだな軍隊槍エキスをアルコール抽出した
Oh,
なんかほんのりお出汁の匂いがするぞこの最強エキス
wait, what are you gonna do with that? Yeah. Oh, it's like bug spray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's kind of genius, actually. Wow.
Also,
Relatable, yeah.
Stanley and the rest of them might not, know to do all this stuff.
Well, that's why they're not even doing this. They're going all the way around.
Right.
Yeah, we transferred to a PvE server for a little bit, Amazon River. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
And still taking the motorcycles.
時間差で自動でシュッシュ巻くのとか作れねえかと思ってよ
Oh.
時間差で自動 千空が宝島で成功したじゃねえか。
Wait.
した後で復活液がかかるようにする技。
Yeah.
Oh.
あれを自動でやんのよ。
Mm-hmm.
時間差でドボドボってや。確実に人類仕留めるためにはどうする？
You do it again.
石化光線を何発も立て続けに放つ。
Mm-hmm.
どうだかな。
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
いよいよ犯行現場で実地見分だ。そうするじゃねえか。
Those components are tiny. Oh my gosh.
Right,
Nice,
so they're
nice.
repositioning so they can get
Yeah,
to the spot.
so it's
they need
it's
to go.
almost a month basically.
日本を出て4ヶ月。ついに地球
Wow.
の真裏に到着だ。
Crazy. No way.
あったんだよ石化装置。
Oh shit.
There might be a ton then.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not lucky at all.
どうやらそんなもん
Oh, she can see all of them already.
こりゃ
They're everywhere.
What?
Oh my god.
これはおぞましくも美しい敵だ。
I have so many questions.
か
Oh.
パズル回答例だよ。
なんだよ。
Oh yeah, the river crossing puzzle.
また鶏とコーンを置いていくと鶏が
And if you take the chicken on the other side, the chicken will run away.
まず旅人は鶏を
But-
船に乗せて渡る。
Well, yeah, but that's then the chicken just runs around.
狐を乗せて渡
And
る。
you take the chicken back. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you take the corn.
コーンを乗せて渡る。
Right.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know. This is
戻って鶏を乗せて渡る。
right. So they're assuming that there was never any running away issue. All right, what's our next episode called? Diamond Heart.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep. All right.
Okay,
We moved
we-
things ahead really fast.
Yeah.
So we got rid of the plane chasing them because our cable car was basically a lumber transporting system with some pulleys
Yep.
and stuff. Which was very cool. Yes,
Yeah,
we're using
awesome.
ropes effectively. There were a couple things that they just didn't choose to explain.
Yeah.
One was they had a cable already made. Now, the idea that they made it intentionally ahead of time for knowing that they would have to cross the Andes at some point is a fine stretch of it. But then they brought up that there's a weight limit of 160 kilograms.
And that was too much for the motorcycles. They'd have to take them apart.
Right. So then they took them apart in time
Right, like kind of just off screen, I guess.
and then also just reassembled them.
There were a lot of things where it was like, okay, we didn't get an explanation. We can, I guess, fill in the gaps.
Right.
But I would have expected, like, the focus on Hyoga felt like, why give that focus rather than the, oh, yeah, the cables, I figured this would be an
Sure.
issue, so we made them ahead of time, or whatever.
My thing was more just that I thought the plane was coming. So how
Right.
did the plane not catch up with them in all that time that was done off screen to make all that happen?
I guess it was, yeah, no, I would say that it was one of those things where it's like the things aren't actually lined up, but
Well,
we did.
That
we
could have been
heard them-
communicated better.
Yeah.
I feel like the idea of time elapsing was kind of it became a non-issue
In this episode,
because
yeah.
it just wasn't focused on.
Right.
And so it was a little jarring. And then it's the okay, cool, they're on the other side, and right in the nick of time they see, okay, cool, they just made it to the jungle, which is not that's a non-starter for us, so we're
Yep.
going back.
Right.
I thought that was really cool to then have them clearly they don't need to explain it. They're going all the way around
Yeah.
the bottom of Argentina and Chile to then go
So that they can get to the place that they're going to from the other side.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is going to take them plenty of time to cross the Amazon,
Yep.
which yes, it takes weeks for them to get to the
Right.
actual spot.
And the fact that, they established you have two people in there, which also I just loved as a detail that whether it was so that there could be a pilot while Stanley leans out and shoots at them,
Yeah.
or to do the thing that I was hoping they might do of Stanley just parachuting out and being like, all right, I got you,
But then I guess that brings the issue of when he's done, how does he get, how do they get him back?
Long trek across the desert.
I guess so, yeah.
Right, like, but they could do that once they get around and the plane is in reach of the coordinates that they're going to then, parachute people over the course of a day, right, and get everybody there.
Right. So rather than risking trekking through the Amazon, which they brought up immediately, my favorite thing about this, not just because I'm a deathly terrified of a lot of bugs,
right,
but the idea that these bugs are not to be fucked with.
Right.
Like
will
parasitic sand fleas, vampiric stink bugs, and gigantic leeches. Like
it might as well be a Dark Souls.
It might as well be a
area.
Dark Souls zone. Miyazaki cooked some swamp ass, nasty area. And these are just the bugs, mind you.
Right.
Nothing to say
exactly.
about all the other wildlife that
Yep.
does not, that gives Australia a run for its money,
Exactly.
Obviously not
Makes
as bad
Australia
as
blush.
Australia is just like, oh, you're like me,
Yeah, exactly.
But lots of really clever ways in which to avoid the other issues, like, let's take these army ants,
And mash them into a paste.
mash them
and
into paste, and then just coat ourselves
yeah.
with it, and nothing wants to mess with us. They're like,
Yep.
oh, nope, that doesn't smell
I've
like
watched that episode of MacGyver. No, let's not.
Let's not. No,
Yep.
thank you. I just also appreciate that there was no spider focus because
yes.
that was the one. I know, not a bug technically, but that was the one non-human thing that I was very
Worried that they'd be like, all right, and here you go.
Yeah, exactly. But I kind of wish they had given this more time to cook as far as a journey. The idea that they went through the toughest part of this with no issue, and then for the river rafting, they just put the bikes on the rafts and it just
didn't
works.
have an issue with
I felt like this episode stretched every limit with which I have been comfortable with. The Dr. Stone is a science show, but also the characters have a stat that's maxed to 11. Because
Right.
then Kohaku leaps like a quarter of a mile.
Yeah, I don't care what kind of, rubber trampoline catapult slingshot. What?
Like-
Also, I thought the real issue of why you needed the cable car was in order to get the motorcycles up the mountain. But actually, no, the thing that they couldn't do before of actually, seeing if they can push them up the sharp inclines, they didn't even do that. And, they didn't need it for that anyways. No, we actually can do that, and it's just so that we can get across a canyon. Which, fair, canyon, big problem, right? If there's big cliff, what do? Right?
Right.
But, yeah. And also, I feel like with the way they gave focus and attention to is there going to be something that happens with Hyoga and Zeno? I feel like there has to have been something where it's all right, that happened, it was off screen, we're going to go back and do a flashback to it at a later time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it doesn't really have a point in being in the episode. And the whole thing of Suika then falling, which terrifying, but then also so Kohaku just leaps after her and lashes her with a freshly cut
If she's
line.
already jumping across the canyon,
Yeah,
then why not?
sure.
But yeah, I feel like this episode had multiple different things that I don't feel like are nitpicks. They are things where the story is
significant,
they're significant, but they're also things that the story is presenting as a genuine problem.
And then it's not really treated as such.
It's not really treated as such. And so I understand that maybe some of this is also anime adaptation and trying to present things in a visual manner
Sure.
that makes it feel epic and awesome. But
Yeah, things like the rubber boots. Awesome, that's a great fix to the issue. But also, but how did we get the rubber into that shape? I get that we have rubber and we have a supply of it, but also most of that was we didn't see that the spare wheels are gone because they had to use the rubber from the wheels for it or something.
I think that we know where the resources came from. Again, we're hitting that point where instead of doing roadmaps now, we have the resources and we have no longer a threat of time being an issue.
Right, so it just happens. Yeah.
It just happens.
We have our craftsperson
Right.
and our people with infinite endurance.
My issue is more that during the time when time is an issue, things things get hand waved away at a prodigious rate, even for Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
And it felt kind of disappointing. I was really excited for the scare that Stanley was going to be in this situation. And the idea that it was, we had to drum up a fake other bit of tension.
Right. Yeah.
In order to make it.
We already had
feel
plenty
tense.
to work with. And I let's be real. I like the detail that it's they got to the other side, they're in the forest. Okay, yeah, no, there's no point trying to find them or whatever.
Right.
Good job, you did it. You know, we'll come up with something else.
Yeah, I also feel like there's something about the whole Hyoga was bad at one point. And if you give him a point where he's alone and has some kind of issue, he's an animal. He's got instincts. He's not
Sure.
like, I thought the problem was that he's so intelligent that he actually is a considerable threat. Well, also, if he's intelligent, stranding himself in the middle of the, in South America here.
Oh yeah, no.
I understand that he might join up with their side.
Right, it's more the, Zeno talks to him, makes him an offer, and then later he betrays them at a critical moment, which is what's still going to happen.
Or it's still, yes, it's still on the table.
Or yeah, on the table.
But it's a potential thing. But I guess I'm fine with it. I'm more just kind of bummed that like this episode made the chase part. It just kind of hand waved it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although
I'm excited to just go through the Amazon and do a lot of stuff, and the fact that we didn't really get to see as much of it because we are going straight to
practically City of Gold, but of just a billion Medusas.
Mound of Medusas, which, okay, that's a really fun thing to prop up as a big question of like, one, how? Two, why so many?
Right.
Three,
my man said, tried to use one Medusa to, petrify the world again when they were on the radio.
Yeah.
Right. So like, so clearly that's not actually needed, and I get having a cluster of them, to go off so that way it, does the whole thing. But you don't need that. That is a whole other level of overkill.
Right. My thought with this is that something has been passively making these.
That's what I was thinking too.
Over the course of 3,000, 4,000 years.
Which I will say, and if they're not just passively making them, but organizing them in this fashion, robots.
Well, okay, so
I don't know how
let's look at this shape here. This shape here is mostly defined, I would say, by gravity. Like, there's a little bit of a slope showing that they could
naturally settle into those kinds of.
Right.
Yeah.
But this shape is also a bit.
This feels like ancient temple.
Right. It's a bit too ziggurat kind of like intentional, like the aesthetic thing. If it was just truly a mound that was building up or dropping down and building out over time, it would just be a flat,
mound. Yeah.
simple mound.
Yeah.
So, there might, like, in before Wally shows up and is like puts another thing on a cube and is like, oops, But we are in the Amazon, so whatever it is.
Yep.
Has to have survived that. So I don't think it's going to be that, but that's all I can come up with.
See, this is the testament to why jewelry is overpriced, because clearly the number of diamonds in this thing here is truly staggering. And
there's a lot of diamonds out there.
No, I know, but but these were 100% like just made, right?
No,
I know.
Artificially
created, right?
No, I know.
Get some carbon, pressurize it, whatever. But the idea that it's like this is so extra, and yet the kinds of things that we were thinking of them establishing this could not be made with 21st century technology, right? Which, granted, because nobody had created this yet, but the idea that no, it really couldn't. We were really thinking that it would be some simpler
so there's obviously
version of it.
There's obviously history here. This could be the place where it originally was, right? Or somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
It's been thousands of years. That facility is gone.
Sure.
Since then, the people that have existed in this time or what have you, or built some kind of civilization,
right,
have made tons of them, tons of them,
Yep.
and left it here as some kind of, I don't know, gift to the humanity that somehow makes it to
Sure.
the whole thing here. I look at this, and to me, this has almost a less than a negative
Okay.
perspective on things, but this to me looks like a bounty or an offering to the humanity of the future that somehow figures out a way to escape petrification. And it's
Sure.
this will definitely last the thousands or thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah, if I were to think of something like more beneficial along those lines, you have that, and then it's the, hey, by the way, these are also designed to be limited in scope, so they do the 1 meter 1 second or something like that.
Maybe.
And so fantastic. With these, we will be able to wipe out all disease or physical ailments or issues or whatever, right? Because you spread them around, and it's the, all right, cool. You can petrify someone and unpetrify them, and it's not gonna petrify
Maybe.
the world or anything. And
Dr.
I don't
Stone.
know. But
That is something to think about. The idea that we're potentially setting up the world to be able to reset all kind of ailments of the human body with this technology. So the individual number of them might actually be one that's capable of supplying one to,
every person,
every square mile of the earth.
Sure, yeah.
Where it's and that's why they're not set up everywhere. This is just
are-
this is a gift.
This is a stockpile to be distributed.
This is a stockpile for some human being to decide what to do with.
Right.
To me, then that brings up the question of, okay, so if the stockpile was here later, post petrification, then what is most likely the case then is someone who has been delivering these here for a long period of time. And if we've got Y-Men on the moon, they could be literally sending
Right,
like
because
craft over.
Well, because we
that
have
just
established
drop a
that
whole
they
bunch of them.
that they airdrop them sometimes to just use as weapons, right?
And how do they airdrop them?
Yeah,
Yeah. Something to think about. But
Yep.
it's a really fun, evocative visual mystery.
And I
And-
feel like it does keep it from going too hard into crazy sci-fi stuff where you're in some futuristic, facility and all that. Like,
No. The facility wouldn't be here unless human beings as a civilization are
we're still
here.
maintaining it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So big question mark over this whole thing here.
Yep.
And because we're dealing with tech that we don't understand, I don't have any theories about how this came about other than
Nope.
Y-Man is most definitely an AI.
Right.
like that's
Aliens.
no, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the reveal that the episode's title actually had to do with this visual rather
Yeah,
than
not the traversing mountains,
right.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. But yeah.
Also, little prediction actually.
Oh.
The Hyoga thing, it is absolutely going to be brought up.
You
But
do
like you were
think
saying,
so?
it's on the table, but he's not actually going to do it because,
No.
as we've established, he's intelligent and he has assessed the situation and he's like, nah, you're kind of weak shit, Zeno. My bet's on Senku, quite frankly.
yeah, like look at how Senku has brought all these different people together.
Right.
Like
And Zeno absolutely thinks that Hyoga is his turncoat, right? And Hyoga's just like, oh yeah, sure. Yep, sounds good. And it's just no. Or maybe he's playing both sides.
has there been established any kind of conversation between the two of them with regards to strategies and stuff?
Oh no, I think it's the thing of they're going to do
That was their imagination of what
Yeah,
they thought he
that's-
would do.
that's their
but there's nothing that's
imagination.
been done before this.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a flashback. There was a conversation, betrayal scare, and then Hyoga's not going to.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think there was something that maybe, and maybe this is something that was just maybe I would love to know what the reasoning was behind it, but I think there are some people that because of how simplistic this show is with a lot of its themes and stuff, the characters are kids and are going to be like, Hyoga's a bad guy.
Which, sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure. But it's not thinking about the situation that they're in. None of them have the single capacity to think like a pragmatic person and go actually into where Hyoga's motivations and headspace is.
The whole reason he's
just
working with you right now is because he's being pragmatic.
Or even just have Gen just ask him a couple questions to see hey, where are you at? Like what's most important to you right now? Well, great things that you could have done, but again,
And the other thing that I was thinking it maybe could have been the reason for it is it's the, no, Hyoga has been working with us because it was what made sense.
Yeah.
Now we're going to showcase basically that this is kind of how he's grown, right? That it's the, oh no, you thought you had something to worry about? Yeah, when he helped Kohaku up, he absolutely could have scarred her, right? Like, and just been like, all right, bye. But no, he didn't do that, right? No. Like, and so it's a character moment. But there wasn't that kind of like highlighting of it,
Yeah.
Like him saying something like, what? No, that's... sure, I could, but like...
Do you guys think so little of me, really?
Right, like I wouldn't do it here. Like, come on.
Like, I've been dealing with your guys' tomfoolery for a long time
I
now.
have a lot of investment in the success of this group, Yeah. Like...
Also, do you think that if I betrayed them, they would risk anything on me? Someone they don't need?
Yeah, they just kill me.
They just kill me.
like I am an amoral enough person to understand what those amoral people would do.
Right.
No risk, just reduce the equation.
But there's something about the way that the show has made all the good characters so incapable of thinking like that. This is what they need to spend a lot of time for.
I guess.
And hey, if the mangaka just really wanted to show the corn, fox, chicken puzzle thing, how do you... Oh, that's cool. I'm sure a lot of people were like, all right, that's a fun little puzzle thing because, if that is the actual situation there, we can take all risk away by organizing it a specific way. But
also, I will say, this is the first time I think I've seen this happen in anime, but that they've actually shown characters' weights, and specifically female characters' weights, with an actual number rather than like staring at a scale and whatever, because they had the sign and I didn't catch what all of the different characters' weights were, but it was real numbers. Like it wasn't something where it's like, redacted, or something like that, right? And I was just surprised by that.
Yeah, we got the actual confirmed weights here, showing that the boiler weighs 130 kilograms.
Tsukasa is 99 kilograms. That's great.
Wait,
so he's 218.
Yeah. Nice. Great math. Wow, that was
2.2.
Yeah. Oh, it is just 2.2. That's right. So then Taiju though.
Taiju is a thick boy.
Taiju is not as tall as Tsukasa, so he's a stout guy.
And you absolutely know that for situations like this, like unless they're doing the full like JoJo's, like height measurements and things like that, it's the like Tsukasa towers above them at 6'1", right? Or something like that. So they are all big.
Yeah. Oh, Kohaku is very lean. Dang.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess she's more fast and
115. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I mean, she's short too.
Yeah, she is definitely short, but a lot. Yeah, okay, a lot of them should be more. Also, Kaseki, I know he's short king, but with those muscles...
no, he's really short.
No, he's really short, but he's got a lot of muscles.
It's inflatable air that he kind of pumps into himself.
Oh, okay, all right, fair.
It's warrior's spirit, fighting resolve, and all that he infuses into it. Ryusui casually, caked up, though. I'm going to say, all the other guys... He does not look like he's a thick, strong guy, but he's actually got some...
I mean, I want to say that's 170?
Well, it's at the very least 176. Or 156.
Yeah, so then
0.2, so 18.
Oh, yeah,
17.
so then add another 15, so 180.
Yeah, 180.
180.
Hey, he's pretty good. He's not tall,
Yeah.
Again. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, cool little detail. Mm-hmm. Fun little thing.
Senku and Gen are the same weight. That's great.
Yeah.
They both skinny.
They both skinny boys.
Yep.
Also, tiny little detail, maybe it's a hint, but the idea that there's this erupting kind of explosive shaped earth coming out of the bottom of the mound of the Medusa mountain pile, that feels like that's a big clue.
Yeah.
but I don't know how to interpret it.
Yep.
So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about the show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.